Hey guys, Little V here, and oh man, that time change is still messing with my brain, so sorry if I look exhausted. First off, oh man! Got my new pickups. I ordered these DiMarzio pickups about a few weeks ago, and they just got in. I'm gonna put them into my guitar when I get the chance. Well, I'm actually waiting on a box of strings that I ordered a mass box of them off the internet as well too, that I'm going to play around with. And yeah, I'm going to augment my guitar, if you will. So I got a couple messages there and a couple comments asking my opinion on the ending of Mass Effect 3. First off, I thought Mass Effect 3 overall as a game was freaking awesome, and especially as like you count the whole series, probably one of my favorite series to date. Like of any medium, of any you know, movies, books, TVs, anything like that. This is probably one of my favorite things of all time, up there with like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. So I'm going to state my opinion and my stance on this whole ending stuff like that. So if you don't want to hear it, if you have not finished the game or don't want to hear anything about it, I'm going to include a link somewhere on here, some kind of annotation to skip ahead to me drawing for the hat and the new song. Oh, by the way, Blade Runner will be up this weekend, and it is awesome. I am very happy how this one turned out. Here's the thing, here's my opinion on the ending. I didn't hate it outright, because the actual game itself, like the other 99% of the game, I really enjoyed. I mean, the last time I teared up in a video game was, I think I was 8, and I think I raged quit a SNES game, and I was just absolutely upset. And then literally about 10 minutes afterward was like, why am I freaking out at this game? But no, overall, I really enjoyed the game. The ending, a little subpar. Now here's why I think that happened. First off, I went into it knowing that the writer had changed, that it's not the same writer as the other two games there. They got a completely new guy. So the guy probably had crap ton of weight under his shoulders, or on top of his shoulders, sorry, and probably goofed a little bit. Everyone makes mistakes. Here's what I think they were going for. I think they were going for more of like every decision you made in the first 2 games affects how the third game ends. Because everyone keeps saying there's only 3 endings to Mass Effect 3. There's actually 17. And that's varying degrees on how much of your readiness, your total military strength, or whatever it is. It's depending on that point there. So if you got a really low score, you know, you blow up the Reapers and Earth and all synthetics. You know, if you got a really high score, you know, you blow up the Reapers and everyone else is fine. I didn't get a full max score when I started, so I ended up blowing up all synthetics my first time, and then tried all the other endings, and then went back and tried a couple other things. So that's what I think they were going for. It's just, my only disappointment in it is that there's no epilogue, there's no real closure. It's like if you took something like Star Wars and ended it, you know, not the new, like the old movies, like Return of the Jedi, it's like if you ended it right when Darth Vader throws the Emperor down the big pit and he dies. It's like if you ended it there and then rolled credits. Or better yet, if you ended it there and then skipped right to the party at the end. And it was like, wait, huh, what? How did it? So my thought is they were trying to be clever. The guy was trying to do something different. Honestly, I didn't mind the actual ending. The concept at the end where you got the one guy who's been controlling everything. You know, not necessarily the fact that he's a god figure, but I don't mind that aspect. It's just the fact that there's a lot of things that doesn't get tied up, and it doesn't explain a lot of things at the end. Like, for example, the team you're running at to the beam with, and Harbinger shooting at you, apparently everyone died. But then they show up on the ship at the end, and why the ship was in a jump in the first place that made it crash, I don't understand that either. There's a few things that don't add up to me, which makes me question that that's actually the real ending, and they're going to do something in the lines of, like, Half-Life 2 with, you know, at the end when it blew up. Oh, by the way, if you haven't played it, spoiler alert for that one, too. At the end where you beat the bad guy, and then the thing blows up, G-Man shows up, gives his monologue, walks off, credits. I'm sure there was just as many ticked-off fans at that point, too, and then, lo and behold, Episode 1 showed up, and then it was like, oh, okay, well, he's not dead. And Fallout 3, for example, with the fans complained, I still don't solely believe that they changed the ending purely because of the fans. I have a suspicion that they had that planned originally, and they were going to do it for DLC. So that's my opinion on it. It's kind of a lackluster ending. I would have loved an epilogue explaining everything. I was expecting Shepard to die. The mass relay thing is a little weird. There's got to be something more to it. There's got to be something coming down in the pipeline. There's no way they would just end it like that. Or they'll fix it, because maybe they messed up and blah, 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 blah. Do I still like BioWare? Yeah, I still like BioWare. Do we all make mistakes? Of course we do. Am I going to buy the next game? Probably. Whether it's Mass Effect or another Dragon Age or a new series entirely, I'm probably still going to buy it, because that's what I do. And I'm still going to play the crap out of Mass Effect 3. Which also brings me to another thing, too. I'm planning on doing a massive playthrough of all 3 Mass Effects Whether or not I'm going to record them is my next question. See, I want to access the online stuff, but it feels really wrong if I just start a new character at the 3rd game. Because I play on my offline account. I didn't play on my offline account. I started originally on my offline account, and that's where my scores are, my, you know, gamer points, and my big virtual penis, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm planning on doing an online thing, like going doing the online thing, because I want to play the co-op, but I don't want to start at that game. I want to make my decisions and play it through like I always did. Now, the question is, if I was to get an like a HD PVR and record it, would you guys watch it? Would you guys like to see? It's probably not going to be a full playthrough. It's probably going to be more of a speed run with some commentary to it. Would you guys watch that? Because if you guys wouldn't watch that, I'm not going to go, you know, spend a couple $100 on a PVR that I'm not going to use other than that. But that's kind of an idea I've been messing around with thinking of doing, is turning in this to music, but also like a semi-minor Let's Play kind of thing. So it wouldn't be anything major, it'd be like smaller stuff, but I was kind of toying with the idea. So would you like to see playthroughs on this channel? Keep in mind that I have a Mac. I do have Windows also on the Mac as well, but I can't, got an iMac, and the design flaw of the iMac is the video card is stuck inside the actual screen, so I can't upgrade it, so I can't play anything at super high fidelity. So if I did it on my computer, it would be probably things like Bastion or Magicka or anything like that. Or, you know, if I did it on that, it would be, you know, I'd have to go get a PVR, HD PVR. So, yeah, tell me your thoughts and below. Okay, enough with the drama and the crazy and the blah 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 blah. Next song, I Have the Hat. And next song is going to be... Alright, it looks like it's going to be the Fire Emblem theme from Relop 101010. So, we're doing that next week. So, if you managed to make it this far in the video, this is the part where I personally thank all the new subscribers. So, let's get started. Thank you, Daft Gaza. Thank you, that's a lot of D's and S's. Thank you, Javo2357. Thank you, Stragia. Thank you, Big Bad Jinja. Thank you, Boy Doggy 12. Thank you, Giro458. Thank you, I'm gonna butcher this, Ikirugisudu. Thank you, My Snowflakes 91. Thank you, Otacon273. Thank you, The Four Whores Men. I see what you did there. Thank you, Cthulhu World. Thank you, Helagod 10. Thank you, Kevin Haji 95. Thank you, Pixel. Thank you, Gran. Thank you, The Alien Morph. Thank you, Delay Your Cycle. Thank you, D Chow KO. Thank you, Peace Shibi. Thank you, Raziel with a hell of a lot of X's. Thank you, D Cohen 94. Thank you, Marco Tarma. Thank you, Games Kick Ass. Thank you, Jolly Roger in lead speech once again. Thank you, Massax Jipmat. Sorry about that. Thank you, Drakard. Thank you, RL Wolf the 5. Thank you, Aldj3. Thank you, Darker Crowd. Thank you, Resurrection 195. Thank you, Austin Fong. Thank you, Nightfall 528. Thank you, Blighted Eye. Thank you, Airsoft Fanatic 10. Thank you, That Effin' Ninja. Thank you, Enlightened by Dark. Thank you, Garkukin 21. Thank you, Mr. Gears and Tears. Thank you, Elbruja 9. Thank you, Kyle Weasel. Thank you, Ray S696. Thank you, Botched. Thank you, Gunnerblade 96. Thank you, Creativity Null. Thank you, DK Matt. Thank you, Chuli Buzzkill. Thank you, Affect 9. Thank you, Sipso 2012. Thank you, Alexander Wake 777. Thank you, Gasho Poide. Thank you, I'm assuming that's Citrance Sharky. And finally, thank you, I'm assuming that's Sergeant, correct me if I'm wrong, Sergeant O Piaminta. Alright guys, that's it for this week. Rock on, peace out, see you next week!